So in this section, we'll deploy our production build of our app to our AWS web server. So the first thing we have to do is upload all of our files to a GitHub repo. And you can also use Gitbucket as well. I'll just use GitHub here for our demonstration. Now let's log into our EC2 instance. And the very first thing we'll have to do is install Git. So we'll do sudo yum install Git. And of course, I already have it installed, so it's telling me that I already have the latest version. So your screen might look different from this if you haven't installed Git yet. After this, we have to do git clone to actually clone our React Prod 9 project into this Linux server. And yes, if we check, there it is. There is our React Prod 9 here hosted. Well, not yet hosted, but here as a directory in our EC2 instance. So we have it here. Awesome. Let's cd into it. And here is all our files that we set up. We have app.js and our React build folder. So before we can do anything else, we actually have to now install npm and node here in our Linux server, because remember, this is not our home computer that has Node already installed. This is a completely separate computer, if you will, and we don't have Node and npm installed here. So we'll do this now. So here's the command to download nvm. This is Node version manager. This is essentially what we use to install npm and Node, and I definitely recommend doing this. This is a much easier way to install Node and npm, to just have a Node version manager. So of course, I'll also leave this command in the article so you can just copy and paste it and you don't have to really memorize this here. So don't worry about the specific command, just know that it downloads and installs nvm. So if we run nvm version, we see that it doesn't work right now because as it's telling us, we have to close and reopen our terminal to start using it. So let's do it now. And now if we run nvmv, we do see that this command is working now. So good. So again, remember, this is not, nvm is not Node or npm. Nvm is Node version manager. It is what we use to install npm and Node. So this is what we'll do now. We'll run the command nvm install and then the version of Node and npm that we want. So let's first actually see what versions we have available to us. And we do this with the command nvm ls remote. So list the remote versions that we can install. So I'll just pick 10.15.2 because that is the stable version at the time of this recording. And we'll go ahead and install. And if we check node v, so node, again, this is the actual node we also have on our home computer. So if you check the Node version, we do see that it did install. Perfect. And along with that, we do have npm installed as well. And we can see this with npmv. So let's go ahead and test out npm. Because remember, when we uploaded our code to our repo, we did not include the Node modules. And this is standard practice. We don't upload the modules along with our repo and then git clone them into our Linux server. We install our Node modules here in our Linux server through the package.json file. So let's do it here. Let's run npm install like we do on our home computer. So if we run npm install, we do get an error. It's saying error e-access permission denied. So we don't have permission for accessing our /react prod 9. So how do we fix this? So to have write and read access on this directory, we do sudo chmod 777 and then name of the directory. And this gives us permission to run the npm install command. So if we run npm install now, we see, yes, it is working. It installed all the Node modules we need. Perfect. So great. This is it for setting up our project on the Linux server. We'll continue building out our deployment in the next section.